Brilliance Audio presents All We Knew by Jamie Beck, performed by Siiri Scott. Certain moments in a man's life are engraved on his memory in 24-karat gold. Hunter Cabot recalled several, including his first kiss, Tina Baker, and his father's proud hug when he'd graduated from college summa cum laude. But the shiniest memory of all involved the jolt he'd felt the instant he'd laid eyes on his wife, Sara, right here in Memorial Glade on Berkeley's campus. He'd been comparing microeconomic analysis notes with two classmates in the shadow of Doe, the university's massive granite neoclassical-style library, when Sara exited the building and skipped down its stairs. Unlike most harried students, her miles-wide smile had radiated something other than stress. That smile and her bouncing honey-colored hair, both warmer than the California sun, had shone like a lodestar. Mesmerized, he'd sprung off the ground, grabbed his backpack, and, without so much as a goodbye to his friends, chased her down before she could slip away. Luckily, his intensity hadn't scared her off, and she'd agreed to dinner that night. They'd been together ever since, marrying by the age of 25 and living that happily ever-after dream most people see only in the movies. Or, at least he'd thought so, until recently. Now, he stood at the edge of the glade, having returned for alumni homecoming activities, hoping the faint aroma of eucalyptus and pine would trigger her memories of what they'd once been and the promise of what still could be.
"Hunter, I didn't expect to see you."
Greg Maxwell approached and sat on one of the new teak benches Hunter had recently underwritten.
"I know. It's been too long since we've come to a reunion."
With his finger, he traced the letters on the plaque affixed to the back of the bench that bore Sara's and his names. Smiling, he glanced around at the other 7 benches now flanking the glade. Instead of making his routine donation to his alma mater, this year he'd done something specific, something to give Sara and him a permanent toehold on this particular ground. Not that she knew it yet. He planned to surprise her today, but Greg's unexpected presence meant he'd have to wait until later.
"Where's Sara?"
He nodded toward the library.
"Pit stop."
She'd been complaining about headaches and bloating, thanks to the daily course of shots and medications needed to coax her ovaries into producing more eggs.
"She still looks great."
Greg crossed one loafer-clad foot over his knee and casually stretched an arm across the back of the seat.
"You got lucky with that one." "Luck's got nothing to do with it, buddy,"
he chuckled, although he knew he'd been damn lucky. Lucky no one else had been smart enough to scoop her up before he'd swooped in. Then again, from the start, he'd known they were soulmates. No one and nothing could have come between them back then. Even with the recent tension, his faith endured.